Sure. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to What's Up. My name is Roger Jatling, and today we're here at the Milforge Makerspace in Norwood for the grand opening. Hello, what's your name?
Ray Benjamin,
And what's your name?
Heather Cousineau?
And why are you guys here today?
because I've been hoping for a local makerspace for a long time.
And what do you do?
I do some electronics, a little bit of welding, and interested in maybe doing some sculpture.
Yes. And do you do anything here also?
I do some 3D printing, and in general, I'm kind of crafty. So,
And why do you think this space is so important for anyone to use in the community?
Well, we haven't had a makerspace. There's an active robotics community in the schools, and so it'd be nice for them to have a place to pick up more skills. And in general, you know, these days people don't have enough money to have like a house that has a workshop. And the makerspace basically gives you the chance to have a workshop, build stuff, and learn new skills.
all right, and living in a condo, there's no way we're going to have the space to have all this kind of equipment. So that's why it's really interesting to us.
And how did you hear about the Makerspace?
There was a flyer that came in the mail.
This week, yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, what's your name?
My name's Cheryl.
And why are you here today?
I'm here to see the grand opening. I'm friends with the owner, and I've been hearing about the great machines and the space, and I'm very excited about it.
And do you personally do anything in the Makerspace?
Well, the first thing I'm going to plan to do is bring down an unfinished quilt that my aunt was making and passed away, and I'm going to use the fabric area to put it together and finally complete it in her honor. But my husband is always doing projects at home, and half the time he goes, "Oh, I need this tool," or this is the place. So I think he's going to be coming more than I am.
And do you think that's why this place is so important?
Absolutely. Very few people, especially people who live in small apartments, can access a workshop like this, or even if they have a workshop, this has so many more tools. And I think creativity and actually building things yourself has not been very popular, and it should come back, and you can do about anything here.
And why would you recommend this space to anyone who doesn't really do makerspace things usually?
Well, if you want to start somewhere, this would be a good place because the owner and the other people here know how to use the tools safely but also creatively. There's a 3D printer over there making, like Dungeons and Dragons things that someone could then go paint. There's a lot of different opportunities here for a lot of different ways to be creative, from building something big where you can rent a spot to hold your project, to bring in a one-time thing, going, I got this far and I need help, which is what I need for the quilt. My aunt left it to me in 2007. It's time for that to get done, and now I know where to do it, and I'm very excited.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
My name's Corvus.
And why are you here today?
Honestly, this is my dad's shop. I'm just helping out, and I like to use the stuff here. So,
And can you explain what the Makerspace is?
yep. A makerspace is basically a community space where you can use tools that you might not be able to buy for personal use, but you can spend a little bit of money to come here and use the tools that somebody else uses, that somebody else owns, and that goes into paying for more. It's a community space. It's like a library for tools, almost. It's got pretty much everything, and we're debating taking suggestions if it gets big enough and people need more things. But yeah, for now we've got 3D printers, CNC, laser cutter, pretty much anything you'd need that you couldn't buy on your own.
And I know it's the grand opening. I know there's also other locations. Where did the idea come from to make a makerspace?
The idea of a makerspace is it's been around for a while, but it's fairly recent, all things considered. I'd say As soon as large machinery has been publicly available, it's been helpful for people to have a space like this. I'm not entirely sure where the idea originated. I know my dad's been wanting to make his own for a long time because there isn't one in the area. Now there is, but a lot of libraries will have a small one, like a 3D printer and maybe a laser cutter, and that's about it. This is more for the big stuff, like large projects. No idea where the idea originated, but I'm glad it did.
Thank you. Your name?
Colton Alexander.
And why are you here today?
I'm volunteering. I'm helping Bill and Kate get this project started.
And why did you decide to volunteer?
I'm friends of the family, and I really enjoy this project. I've needed something like this in the past, and I happen to have my own space in my basement right now. But helping others do projects and arts and crafts and all that kind of stuff, I've grown that up my entire life, and I feel like that should be available to everybody.
Do you mind saying what you do?
What I do for work?
What you do as a hobby?
A little bit of t-shirt bleaching, some woodworking, just little handyman jobs and stuff like that, building shelves, just tiny little projects like that.
And why do you think this space is important for a community?
Because if you don't have your own tools or the investment, and you just need a small project to fix or just to work into it, you don't know what artistic or craft idea that you want to go towards, and you don't have the money to invest in the tools for every single one of those. You can come here, experience, see what really get your juices flowing, and then you can focus in that line instead of having all your resources spread out. So it really helps you experience, get to know people in the community and everything like that, and figure out what you want to do.
And what is your personal favorite machine here?
Well, I haven't had a chance to really play around like that, but I really like the idea of the CNC router because you can program it and it'll make a sign or whatever shape to cut out. They've got a laser over in the corner that's really cool for any small projects like that. And the fact that you have all of these crafts and tools, and in the next room you've got textiles. You can take your old t-shirts and concert shirts and build something, a quilt or something like that out of it. So really it's the variety that really excites me. But seeing an old lathe, I haven't touched a lathe since high school, and being able to work on the wood like that and just see the chips fly, it pretty much all excites me.
Thank you. Hello, what is your name?
Hi, I'm Tom O'Rourke. I'm the president of the Neponset River Regional Chamber.
And can you explain what that is?
Yeah, we're a chamber of commerce that serves businesses in the region, basically from Dedham to Foxborough. We've got about 400 member businesses, including now the Makerspace, the Milforge Makerspace.
And what do you think the importance of a makerspace is like this?
Oh, I think it's huge for this area. We haven't seen anything like this around here before, so it's something exciting and new, and I think it's going to bring people with creative ideas into the space where they can turn those ideas into reality, which they might not have had the opportunity to do before.
And more about your chamber, how do you support businesses?
We do a lot of things to support local business. One is we connect them to one another through meetings and events. We connect them to the community with something like today, a ribbon cutting, and we connect them to the local schools to help with career awareness programs. And then we're an advocate. It's probably the biggest role we play is we advocate for local business on issues that may impact them either negatively or positively.
And how do you think the space will change or affect the community?
I think it's going to be a place where people can gather, come together to work on projects, but also to probably work collaboratively and get to know each other, which I think is going to be really important for the community.
Hello, what is your name?
Bill Brooks.
And what do you do here?
I'm the founder, shop manager.
And where did you get the idea for this place?
I've been thinking about a makerspace like Milforge for the better part of 10 years. Originally started getting Make magazine, which was a popular magazine in the maker community. Got thinking about it, and about a year ago, really started getting into it seriously. And after that, looked for space, started pulling together equipment, and here we are.
And what do you think the importance of the space is? Can you also say some of the things that you offer here?
Sure. Well, we offer metalworking, woodworking, welding, textiles, electronics, CNC router, 3D printing, as well as other disciplines as well. I think the important thing is the community. When you bring together people who are creative and who work with tools, they exchange ideas, they exchange skills, teach each other how to use things, and build up each other's projects, and you really start to build that community together. Right here in the space that we are, we're surrounded by artists at Norwood Commerce Center and Winsmith Mills. We have other groups that we've worked with, and just pulling people together in the space makes the projects better, makes us better.
And you also mentioned a partnership with the libraries. I think that could be important for the people watching the video at home. Can you explain more about that?
Sure. So we're partnering with Norwood Public Library first, and then we'll be adding Westwood and Walpole Public Libraries and possibly some others. We'll be offering a limited number of day passes where folks who don't have a membership can check out a day pass with their library card and make an appointment to come in. Because they're not members and not necessarily certified on the equipment, they have to be present with another member who can certify them or with staff member. But that way, folks who really can't afford to purchase the equipment, can't afford to be members themselves, are able to come in and use the space.
And do you personally have a favorite hobby here, or do you do any woodworking of that sort, or any hobby?
It's hard to pick a favorite. I'd say probably woodworking most. I've been doing it most of my life, and it's just familiar. It's a go-to for me. But welding is my most recent skill acquisition, and I'm really looking forward to getting hands back on welding and getting more folks trained up.
And our program is from Foxborough, so you should definitely partner with the Boyden Library.
Absolutely. That'll be on our list.
And for someone who doesn't do any makerspace things, will you be offering any sort of assistance or classes, that sort?
Yes, starting in September, or actually towards the end of this month, towards the end of August, we'll be offering some introductory classes. They'll be free for members. There'll be a charge for folks in the community to learn each individual area. So basic woodworking, sheet metal work, textile skills, and then we'll be adding more advanced classes after that.
And how can people sign up for the Milforge Makerspace?
Usually right here on site. There's usually somebody here, or they can visit our website, milforge.org, and submit a request, and we'll send the materials electronically.
And do you have a phone number that people can call?
Sure, we're at 781-801-1818, or info@milforge.org.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom O'Rourke. I'm the president of the Neponset River Regional Chamber. We are the Chamber of Commerce for this region. We're also based in Norwood, in another mill building down at the Norwood Space Center. So it's great to see what's going on here and throughout the town with the repurposing of these buildings and bringing them back to life. They have such a great history. I often tell people when describing the territory for the chamber that we go from Legacy Place to Patriot Place, but now I can add that we also have a Makerspace halfway in between. So it's another descriptor that we can use. But just had a chance to walk through, and I'm so impressed by what you've done here and what you're going to do here, and I look forward to being a part of it. I know my wife cannot wait to get down here. She's the handy person in our family, so I'm sure you're going to see her down there quite often. But really great to see the repurposing of the space and harkening back to the old days on the history of this building with the tannery that was here before, and seeing manufacturing happening right here and training the next generation of folks who are going to be doing making things, which is fantastic. So just on behalf of the Chamber, I want to welcome you, I want to congratulate you, and I want to wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you so much. And thanks to everybody for coming out for our grand opening. I want you to take a look around you and see folks who are wearing the orange shirts. Those are the folks who made this possible. We've got a whole host of volunteers who've been great coming to help us get this building ready, plus my family who have been great in both doing that and in making space for me to come out here and make this building ready. We've been at this for about a year. We've been in the space since we got heat in January. It was a little rough in December. Getting all the equipment in, getting all the space cleaned up and ready for you all to visit us. And as part of that, we've really connected with a lot of the community here at Norwood Commerce Center. We've got connections with a lot of the small businesses and artists that are here, both in supplying materials and ideas for us and providing space for them to take care of work that they need to do. We're also working with the two clean-out companies that you may have passed on your way in, Junk Teens and Junk Vets, in supplying materials for things like our constructive destruction workshop, which you may have seen inside. If you haven't, check it out when you head back in. And for an upcoming event, we'll be doing a Junkyard Wars style contest in September or October. We've got some great connections with other organizations as well. We've got the SolidWorks user group is going to be part of our community, the New England SolidWorks user group. It's a CAD/CAM software package. They'll be meeting here and working with us in the space. We're working with the Norwood Library. I see Lydia as well. We'll be providing library passes for the community for folks who can't afford or don't need a full membership to occasionally visit. And we'll be having training classes starting shortly after this event. So once again, I'd like to have you all just give a quick round of applause to the volunteers here. Thank you all so much. It's been just a huge help and a real pleasure working with all of you. And without further ado, I think we're going to cut the ribbon, let you back in officially as we welcome you to Milforge Makerspace. Let's see how well these work. Thank you. Come on in, get a tour, ask questions, build robot faces.
Thank you for watching What's Up. My name is Roger Jatling, and we'll see you in the next episode.